Hello, big, big world. So, thinking today about what an experience this has been for me. Getting diagnosed with cervical cancer at 35 years old has been really an experience in practicing acceptance, all the things that I've been talking about in this video blog. And one of the questions that I've gotten very many times is, how did you know that something was wrong? How did you know to go get checked out? Which I think is a really good question. It's something that, we don't necessarily at 35 years old or even older than that, we don't have an occasion to go get a PET scan or an MRI. We don't, we get our annual exams, or I guess they're not annual anymore. I've always gotten annual exams because I've had abnormal exams before. So, the short answer for me was that I was having bleeding, not just spotting, but bleeding in between cycles, and that was different for me. I never, it was always very regular, and I noticed that it was a bit of a different consistency. Little intimate information, but in the spirit of being helpful to somebody who might see this, who might be wondering if they need to go get further checked out, that was what it was for me. And that's all it was for me. I never felt any pain. I never felt anything other than that. Just had the abnormal bleeding, and the blood was a little bit different. So I was at the doctor recently, and one of the nurses asked me that question. How did you know that something was wrong? How did you know that you needed to go get checked out? And I told her, and she said, wow, it's really good that you're so in tune with your body and that you caught this as early as you did. And man, that was quite an experience for me, and it's been stuck in my head ever since. Because I never considered myself to be somebody who is in tune with my body. If anything, I've put my body through so much abuse, and never showed it love, never showed it appreciation. I just kind of definitely have had some pretty complex relational between me and my body. Tension, I guess you would say. Didn't think of myself as being somebody who is in tune with my body in the past, especially before I got the diagnosis. And it has very much, like I said, it stuck with me. And I am more in tune with my body now than I ever have been before. Getting daily radiation, and when the doctor asks me, are you feeling any side effects, that I do pay attention to those things. And I think that one of the things that I felt about my body in the past was that I felt afraid. I felt afraid of being sick, afraid of consequences for all the abuse that I put my body through. Just kind of didn't want to be in this body. Didn't want to. Felt stuck, and so to be in this symbiotic relationship with my body is really an incredible thing, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm nurturing my body for the first time, and it took having cancer for just to harness the emotion and the motivation and the determination and the resolve of just, this is what is. I am not going to put certain things in my body and to have that emotion behind it rather than just trying to use willpower, that I actually have that emotional resolve involved in the efforts that I'm making today to uphold my vegan diet and to take vitamins and nurture myself. So take care.